Well, hello there, everybody. I just want to kind of give an update here to the UP donation train. Quick disclaimer, don't mind the sound of the fan-like noise. Got the dehumidifier running because it is unseasonably muggy for November here in Iowa. But we're going to have a winterized cold front move through this afternoon. That's going to not bring any snow or anything, but it's going to really knock our temperatures down. So like this time tomorrow, we're only going to be sitting in the upper 20s, and right now it's like 60s, but dew points in the low 60s. These extreme weather changes, I tell you what, when the temperature drops so much in just a snap of a finger, I just tell you what, I always don't feel the best that very next day. It always seems that way. It's just that the temperatures went down a little bit slower. I don't think it would hurt anything. That's always been me. When the temperature changes like 40 degrees in a matter of minutes, my body doesn't react to it very well. But anyway, not to really talk more about the weather. The main reason why I wanted to do this video was because of the UP donation train. Union Pacific all of a sudden pulled down their scheduling and their GPS tracker for us, but the good news I can tell you is I looked at the map for the tracker. They may not use the tracker, but the yellow line across Nebraska, then the Boone sub, spine line to Des Moines, and then Iowa Interstate east out of Des Moines is still the same. Don't get me wrong, they're still going to go from one location to the other. That's not going to change. The thing that might change is like Iowa has like the 17th and 18th 3 stops. They may downsize to I'm just predicting. I'm not a rumorville type person, but these are only my predictions. We'll have to wait and see. But all of a sudden they're like, this is not a public accessible event, meaning that before you think you can't chase it at all, yeah, you still can chase it. But remember, not only follow the traffic laws much as you can. In terms of railroad, if you go to your spot, I would just, because they're going to be treated like a lower priority freight train, they may not even run on a super tight schedule like they are now. They may just give a wider range. But I would just, gosh, why do I always lose my train of thought when I do these talks? But anyway, yeah, so first and foremost, do not believe in the rumor about them running at night. That is 100% false. The only way I could see them continue running at 24 hours from Cheyenne to Silvis is if it was only the Centennial, then the rolling stock. But they got 2 steamers. Those are going to, even if they're not underpowered, since they're moving, they're going to need lubricated every so often. And would they want to do that at nighttime? No, not at all. So it's going to be a daylight run. So don't listen to any of the rumors in Rumorville. So I'm just getting tired of all these rumors. I'm just putting my foot down on it because, like in my UP Steam group on Facebook, UP Steam Union Pacific Steam Program group, you don't have to worry about it because I cracked down on that stuff. I cracked down on it. Rumorville is not welcomed in any of my groups, just so you know. Because rumors, all they do is make the situation worse. Just remember, if you got chasing plans, stick to them. And for the railroad, please stay back 25 feet or more so the experience don't get ruined for all of us. So just stick. They're not saying you can't chase it. It's just, I think, like, say, if they do the 45-minute stop at Denison on the 17th to do their lubrication stop, they may have it roped off to where you can't get next to the engines, because from what it sounds like, they want to keep their main line open much as possible. So just to be aware of that, but not to say you still can chase it and rail fan it. Just please stay back a safe distance. So I don't know if there's a security threat or not, or what this being such a big event that they were anticipating a lot of people. So they're maybe thinking they could try to deter some people away from this, but those that already made their plan, or those that are more into trains like me, ain't gonna buy it. Not saying there might be other people out there who might be like, you know what, it ain't worth the fight. So that might work in our favor too. So I'm still going out for it. I'm chasing the 17th, 18th, and 19th. So the 17th, I'll be chasing Carroll to Boone. The 18th, I'll be chasing after interchanges of Iowa Interstate. And then Saturday, I'll start the chase east of Iowa City, so to about the Davenport area. But so yeah, and for videos, I'm not gonna upload any of the videos until like maybe the 20th at the latest, because I want to merge all these videos together and add the photos in there too. So this is gonna be kind of probably the biggest, most special video in my YouTube for making videos on YouTube. So look forward to that. You will like it, trust me. So yeah, those that unfortunately cannot make it out due to the uncertainty now of I'll be able to document it. So I'm just saying, for my predictions is for Iowa anyway, they might limit their like Missouri Valley was a 20-minute stop or whatever. I'm predicting they might skip that stopping there and just go all the way to Denison. Carroll, I don't know if they still will or not, because I know between Denison and Boone there's a pretty large gap. And the next day it was supposed to be 15 minutes at Elkhart, then Des Moines 45 minutes. I don't expect them to stop at Elkhart. I expect them just to go all the way to Des Moines. They would go to Shoreline Yard, do their maintenance stop there, lubricate everything, and then of course Iowa Interstate runs on track warrant, of course, and then that way they can get their warrant papers and interchange with the Iowa Interstate. So just to know that this is not totally off limits to the public, but I'm just saying for the part of it that is their scheduled stops, and especially their overnight layovers. So keep that in mind. But you can watch it at anywhere in between. But if I were you, just because of the fact, I would just get out there a little earlier. I mean, if you got to wait an extra hour or so and be bored, trust me, it's going to be worth it. So I'm on all 3 chasing days. I'm planning on starting a little earlier than what expected, just to be on the safe side. I know I got all my locations picked out and everything, so yeah. I just want to remind you, being they're kind of leery about the public seeing it, the little bit of the public that goes out to see it, please do not get closer than 25 feet. Otherwise, it may ruin it for the rest of us. Because I've been looking forward to this for months, and I'm not going to have some not smart people ruin it for me. So I'm still trying to wonder, again, if there is a major security threat or whatnot. But I know there are some people out there absolutely irate over this equipment being donated. What they don't understand is it may not be in Cheyenne anymore, but they're going to a good organization. They're going to be well taken care of. Particularly 3985 and 6936, those 2 engines in particular, they will remain Union Pacific. They will be restored up to Union Pacific standards and specs. That way, say, if the Steam program or something wanted to take 3985 around their system, like do 2 system tours in a year or whatever to eventually get it at every corner of their system like they did 4014, they could easily do that. Then, of course, it goes back to Silvis afterwards. And, of course, RHMA, they can run it too. So that's a win-win for both sides. The only way Union Pacific could take it back full-time is if they buy it back and reimburse for whatever they put into it. And the way they're only going to run 2 steam engines, I highly doubt they're going to buy it back. But not to say they will borrow it like for a special occasion or whatever. And they have that right to do so. So those saying, oh, 3985, oh, I'll never see Cheyenne again. Don't say never, because I got a feeling after once it gets restored and gets some runtime in, I do smell Union Pacific borrowing it for their steam season to take it around the system. Then once they're completely done with it for the season, it goes back to Silvis. And then, of course, if Silvis wants to make a run with it, like to Eastern Iowa or Central Illinois with it, they got that right to do so. So, again, both sides have operating rights to it. So, and it's just all the work is being contracted out basically. And Union Pacific, those screaming at them for not restoring 5511, forget it, because they really never had any intentions to begin with to restore that engine, because it's a slower speed engine, and today they don't really want that. I know they only run maybe 35 at the most for 4014, 844. I mean, the lower speed like that is just for the one reason, because they don't want to wear them out. And what 5511 is max speed is only 40 or 50 miles per hour, and they don't want to do that. So it sounds like Silvis can do whatever they want with 5511. So I just want to get some disclaimers out there. Stick to your chasing plans. Maybe just plan a little sooner now because there might be some minor adjustments to the schedule. So plan accordingly. Make sure you stay 25 feet back, or better yet, more if you can, because again, don't ruin it for the rest of us. So yeah, don't cancel your plans. They can't stop us all. They need to be a little more specific though. I think those that already made their plans and are going to be safe about it, those I don't think they care about. Just so long as you're safe out there, I don't think they're going to care that you're out there or not. Now, if you go within the railroad right away, or when they're in the service stop and go past the mark-off or whatever, that's going to get you into trouble. So just make sure you stand a safe distance back, enjoy it, and those who can enjoy it, cannot enjoy it in person, don't worry, there'll be plenty of photos and videos out there. So I just want to set this straight. Do not, absolutely, under any circumstances, do not listen to Rumorville on Facebook or anywhere else. They're just trying to deter people away more. These Rumorville people are not helping the situation any. I'm just getting really sick of it. While I'm really looking forward to seeing it actually, but in reality, the stuff needs to get to Silvis as soon as possible because I'm getting sick of these rumors. Once they're in Silvis, these rumors can go to res. Wait a minute. Sorry about that. I hate these robocallers. I'm going to download that app that gets rid of robocallers. I'm not going to answer a number that's not on my contact list. So, yeah, I just hope that's not going to affect the duration of this video, but yeah, again, as I was saying, don't listen to the rumors. It's going to be, they made it clear, this is going to be daytime run. Just take an example back to when they did 4014 in the spring of 2014 from California to Cheyenne. They might have made some adjustments to maybe not, like, where maybe in some areas they maybe didn't want the public to get next to it. But because it's a steam engine and it's a move like this, for safety reasons of the crew and everything, it is going to be strictly a daylight run. I'm not saying there might be a couple areas where, considering this time of the year, unfortunately, it might be a little bit dark when they get to their destination. But for the most part, I know they want to do the majority of their mainline runs in the daylight as much as they can. So, like say, Boone and South Amana on the 18th, I would prepare, like right now they're expected to get to South Amana at 7:30 p.m. I wouldn't be surprised, like they depart Boone 8 a.m., but I would not be surprised if they depart sooner. So I would maybe plan for that too. Maybe like Council Bluffs, they leave at 8 and get to Boone 5:30. But also too, in case you didn't know, speaking of it, Boone, the F unit, the CNW 401, that was kind of unexpected. It is going to Boone and Scenic Valley Railroad, so when they park for the night at Boone the 17th, I imagine they're going to want to get there before dark because they're going to want to park the train, uncouple the F unit, and give it to Boone and Scenic. So that's going to be a nice treat to see on the 17th. So I'm looking forward to it. So just be prepared for earlier departure times and all that, especially like the 17th and 18th. I maybe want to say in Iowa. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to push for an earlier departure time since they retracted the schedule. And again, if you're going to go to Elkhart or Missouri Valley, I would plan for the event that they just go right through those areas. And plus, Elkhart is not really that far from Des Moines. And look at Des Moines. When 4014 left Des Moines on August 2nd, 2019, they didn't stop at Elkhart for 15 minutes. The only reason they did was the 31st since it was a public relations, but they made it all the way up to Boone without having to do lubrication until they got to Boone. So I was just expect, if you were going to stop at the 15-minute stop in Elkhart, I would just prepare for them just to just go right through there and not stop there and just go to Des Moines, being Des Moines is not that much further. So I just wanted to get a little disclaimer in there. So make sure you stay tuned. And if I were you, I would start watching Facebook groups, maybe start a group chat, maybe start looking around on social media or other sites, since there won't be any GPS, us the rail fans are gonna be the GPS. So just the FYI. So anyway, before this gets longer, I'm headed out for now.